students, and welcome to the final study session. As I discussed in class earlier today and over the past few days, we will not have time to do a proper review for the final. So in preparation for the final, which is Thursday, I want to spend some time to give you about 30 major topics that will be covered in the final. This should help you prepare for all 50 of the questions that are included in the final. So let's get started with topic number one. For topic number one, you're going to want to be familiar with each of the definitions for each of the 5 chapters that we have covered in preparation for the final. So the definition for memory, personality, social psychology, psychological disorders, and therapy. This should help you prepare for various questions in the exam. For topic number 2, you're going to want to be familiar with the simplified model of how memory works. So you really want to focus on encoding, storage, and retrieval. Specifically, you want to focus on types of encoding. For topic number 3, you really want to focus on the Atkinson-Shiffrin model and some of the changes that were made to this model shortly after Atkinson and Shiffrin came up with the model. So really focus on those changes and you should be able to answer a question or two on this type of model. For topic number 4, you really want to be familiar with the types of memory. And I'll leave it at that because I think you'll be able to figure out what types I'm referring to. For topic number 5, you're going to want to be familiar with memory aids or mnemonics. Specifically, you're going to want to know examples of these memory aids, such as chunking, the peg word system, etc. For topic number 6, you're going to want to be familiar with the differences between long-term and short-term memory. In addition to that, and to go along with topic number 7, you're really going to want to be familiar with the types of memory loss. Okay, shifting to topic number 8, you're going to really want to be familiar with the psychoanalytic theory, its founder, the psychosexual stages of development, how personality develops, the id, ego, superego, and then some of the defense mechanisms. So there's various questions on specifically the psychoanalytic theory, its founder, and again, the psychosexual stages of development, personality development within this theory, and then some of the defense mechanisms that are employed while using this theory. So please be familiar with this. It's a very big chunk of the exam. For topic number 9, you're going to want to be familiar with Abraham Maslow's ultimate goal for his hierarchy of needs. And in addition to that, for topic number 10, you're really going to want to know the difference between the 2 major humanistic psychologists. So what are the major differences between Abraham Maslow and Carl Rogers? For topic number 11, you're going to want to know and be familiar with the Big 5. So remember in class we did ocean or canoe. So you're going to want to know with some small description of the Big 5, or at least be familiar with what each one of these means. For topic number 12, you're going to want to know attribution theory and the types of attribution in order to answer several questions in the exam related to attribution theory and the types of attributions. You're also going to want to know, along with that, for topic number 13, you're going to want to know, as I discussed earlier in class, a couple of the psychologists that we mentioned for social psychology. One of them was Solomon Asch and his work on conformity. So you're going to want to know what conformity, what his work on conformity was. For topic number 14, along with social psychology, we'll discuss this idea of the bystander effect. So you're going to want to know this for topic number 14. For topic number 15, you're going to want to know the difference between stereotype, discrimination, and prejudice. And you're going to want to have some basic examples of what these are. Moving on to topic number 16, one of the other psychologists that we discussed in chapter 13 was Stanley Milgram. So you're going to want to know his work and what he researched with his experiment. For topic number 17, here you're going to want to know the difference between a panic attack and a panic disorder. So this is something that we went over today in class actually. So you really want to know the difference between panic attack and panic disorder for topic number 17. Moving on to topic number 18, you're going to want to know various anxiety disorders or anxiety related disorders. So some of the ones that we got to go over in class was specific phobia. We didn't get to go over generalized anxiety disorder yet, but we will go over it soon. But you're going to want to be familiar with some of the symptoms of these disorders, along with some of the symptoms of obsessive compulsive disorders and some of the components of obsessive compulsive disorder. And that should cover topic 18 and topic 19. Moving on to topic number 20, again, still under the umbrella of anxiety-related disorders, you're going to want to know some of the main symptoms for post-traumatic stress disorders, or what it may look like in someone if you were to read a sentence giving you some information of what someone with PTSD might look like. For topic 21, you're going to want to be familiar with the symptoms for major depressive disorder. We haven't gone over this in class yet, but we will go over it tomorrow. But again, you want to know some of the basic symptoms that are related with major depressive disorder. In terms of topic 22, you're going to want to be familiar with some of the symptoms of what we call psychotic disorders. Specifically, we will talk about a specific psychotic disorder in class tomorrow called schizophrenia. So you're going to want to know what are some of the main features of this disorder and what it looks like in people. For topic number 23, you're going to want to be familiar with the different types of therapy, including what a multimodal or a combination of various approaches is called. This is not something that we have covered in class, but we will get to it once we get to the chapter on therapy. So it may happen tomorrow or it may happen Wednesday. I'm not quite sure when we'll get to it, but you're going to want to know the specific term for what a therapist who uses different approaches will be called. Moving on to topic 25. You're going to want to know about who is considered the father of psychotherapy. This should be fairly easy to guess, but again, you really want to focus on who is considered the father of psychotherapy, who introduced this field of psychotherapy to the world of psychology. For topic number 26, you're going to want to know the different approaches to conducting therapy: psychoanalysis, humanistic psychology, cognitive approach. You're really going to want to know some specifics of each one of these approaches, because chances are you will get a question on a specific approach and you will have to pick out which approach the question is referring to. And then for topic number 27, you're going to really want to know Carl Rogers' humanistic approach. So get to know a little bit and get familiar with Carl Rogers' humanistic approach, because there will be a couple of questions on Carl Rogers and the way his approach works. So please get to know specifically Carl Rogers' humanistic approach. Okay, I hope this wasn't too quick. I hope everyone's able to understand some of the topics that you should be focusing on for the final. I will attempt my best to go over these again in class either tomorrow or Wednesday to help you further prepare for the final. But I hope this was helpful. I hope to see you tomorrow in class. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.